1, 2, 3, 4.
We are going to try and get the Ranger going again and get it pulled up to the garage right over there so that we can troubleshoot the steering. I remember the last time, when I quit daily driving it, the steering was real sloppy, had a lot of play in it, and that was why I quit driving it. I did start it up about, probably would have been 2 years ago now, and it fired right up with a fresh battery on it. Now the front tires are completely flat, both of them, the driver's side and passenger side. So I got my hose here. It's actually two of my hoses coupled together, ran in my compressor in the garage there. And so we will pump these up. Then we'll pop the hood, make sure there's not a bunch of water in the engine or anything that could destroy it, and check the levels, put a fresh battery on it, and see if we can fire it up. Okay, so I got the tires aired up. It sounds like this one over here on the passenger side isn't gonna hold air for long. It's already looking pretty low. But I discovered that there is a battery in here. I don't remember anything about it. I didn't even remember there being a battery in here. And that's kind of how long it's been I've actually ran this thing. So I just grabbed the trusty old, yep, that's it. Trusty old jumper box. Got it hooked up here. Flipped the key over a few times. It looked like it's completely empty, so I've got a couple of gallons of gas here. We'll dump that in and then try cranking her over. Okay, we probably got a gallon of gas in there. Got the lid back, or the cap back on, and let's see what she does. What is it? 243,000 miles on the old girl. Me and her been through many a miles. Let's try it. I don't know. Probably should have charged the jumper box. Doesn't sound like she has a whole lot of amperage. We'll check our connections. Let's see. Try and get a good connection on these. All right. Try it again. Come on now. Come on now. Nope. Well, let's try putting the new battery on. Okay, we got our new battery in and installed. By the way, if you're in the Colorado Springs area, you need batteries, hit up Neil at Neil's Automotive. This is not a paid advertisement. He's just a great guy with some great deals, and I've been really happy with him. So that's where I got this from. It's a rebranded Motorcraft. I don't know if you can see it down there, but it says Motorcraft on the side. Gave me a killer deal on it, and let's see how it works. I don't have the cables really actually secured and clamped down, but we'll give it a try. Well, seems promising. Oh. What's weird is that the fuel tank is reading full, over full. I checked it before I put gas in there, opened it up and pushed the truck around. I didn't hear nothing sloshing around in there, so that doesn't look good. Let's try cycling the keys or the ignition a few times. I can hear the injectors clicking over. Can't really tell if I can hear the pump. Yeah, it just seems like it's not getting any fuel. No. Well, let's check for some fuel. Well, this isn't looking good. My brand new battery is starting to slow down and fade a little already. I really need to get it on something running so that it can get charged up and stay healthy. But we've got to figure out why we're not getting any fuel and why the gauge reads full, because I know it's not full. So I will report back. I hate these new gas cans. They worked so much better when they had a vent. It's another day and another chance to work on the 92 Ranger again. So where we left off, we weren't getting any fuel. I checked the inertia switch, I checked the fuel pump relay, all the fuses, checked for fuel at the fuel rail, and there wasn't anything there. So I believe that the fuel pump has gone bad. So we are working on getting ready to change the pumps. So as you'll see, I've started clearing out the bed for reasons I will tell you in a little bit, but this is the amount of soil and crap that was just setting in the back of here. And so get all this cleared out. I cleared those out to get to these 4 bolts. Let's get the rest of this crap cleared out of here and get it cleaned up. Try and keep it from rusting. Oh hey, there's a tie rod end. I need a tie rod end. Wonder if that'll work. Now I do that because when I change fuel pumps on trucks, especially with my little Ranger, I've done this once in the past, instead of dropping the tank, I like to pull the 4 bolts out of the bed, and then I'll tip it up, disconnect the filler first, and then tip it up, and then get to the top of the tank that way. And it's just a lot more easier. More easiest, mostest, it's easy. So we're going to do that. All right, we got our 6, there was actually 6 of them, bolts that hold the bed down. out. Had to bring the old extension out all the way from over there, but it got it done. Next, we're gonna take out these 3 bolts inside the gas filler and take the cap off and see if that'll be enough to drop the filler down and lift the tank, or the tank, lift the bed up to get to the tank. Yeah, I think it's Margarita 30. Nice, beautiful day in Colorado. Okay, the bed is up. Looks pretty funky. If you go back here, kind of looks like a mini truck. Some hydraulics in there. Anyway, we got the bed up, and you'll see this is why I do it, because it's actually a lot easier just to take the 6 bolts out, your 3 bolts that hold your filler neck, and then just lift the bed up. There's also 2 connections in the back you have to disconnect. One's for the license plate light, and then the other one's for the tail lights. Disconnect those 2. Your 6 bolts in the bed, your 3 in the filter, or the filler right here, and it comes right up. Now, when I do this by myself, I always just lean it like this, and I got my board in here. It's wedged up on the top of the mount for the rear end, and then sitting on top here. And then I also have a ramp wedged in there just in case the wood gives out. Always got to have a backup, so safety first, right? Now we'll go in here and we will pull the pump out. First, make sure that it's getting power to the pump, and then we will swap it out. Okay, we got the pump out, and I don't know if I ripped it up when I was pulling it out or if it was already messed up, but the filter, the little sock, they call it a strainer, on the bottom is missing, at least most of it. And so now I'm going to check for power at the harness for the pump. If there's power, then I'm going to swap the pump. Okay, well, we do have power at the harness for the pump, so it's time to go ahead and swap this pump out. I had done this pump in probably 2009, 2008. So I don't know what happened with it, if it's just normal wear and tear, but I got thinking, and with my experience with the Fox bodies, the pumps are very similar. So I put a post out asking if anybody had a stock pump that is in good condition, one somebody just swapped out or something. And my good buddy Frank Gonzalez, thank you Frank, hooked me up with this, and I believe this to be a 255 liter per hour pump for a Fox body. I may be wrong, but even if it was a stock one, it'd be an upgrade from the Ranger spec pump. So I'm gonna put this in there. It cost me $350, and it'll get it up and running. And then if I do put the 5.0 from the Mustang and the Ranger, it'll be ready as far as fuel. So I think we can get this swapped out. Might have to trim down that hose a little bit, but should fit just fine. Here's the side by side. So they are almost identical. Like, dimensions are the same. The height to the outlet for the pump is almost the same, and the connections are just slightly different. They are almost identical as well. So this is pretty much a direct swap. I did chew up the hose to hook up to the outlet, and so I'm gonna have to replace that with a new piece, but it's really straightforward swap. Okay, I got the new to me Mustang pump put in. I screwed it up. I had noticed there was a flat spot on the inlet, so I took some channel locks and tried to bend it out, and it just snapped right off. So oops, we're still going to send it. I'm going to try and push the sock as far up as I can, and hopefully it doesn't get past it, but I mean, better flow, right? Got the upgraded pump in. For some reason, the strainers on this truck always give me a problem. It seemed like I was hitting something in there, but I wasn't trying to hear it, so we just sent it and everything's hooked up. I replaced one of the terminals for the ground on the pump, and then replaced that hose, and everything's hooked up. I got my jumper box on there. Let's see what she does. I don't know, I'm still not hearing the pump. Oh, did I plug it in? Let's make sure we plugged it in first, because I remember I hooked up the hoses, but it is not plugged in. That would help. Oh, I'm sure glad I decided to test it before I put the bed down. Take two. I'm still not hearing the pump. She's alive. Oh, I did it. Guess it was the pump. And I guess this pump is just really quiet. So we got the Ranger back. Week number 2, getting the trucks going. We got the rad Toyota going. She's running good. We just got a little, oh, the throttle's sticking a little bit, so I got an issue to work out there. And then we got the Ranger going. So she's running. I'm going to fix up some of the steering issues that I had when I parked it last. And I am going to probably just drive it. The wife showed some interest in driving it, so I'm going to get it up and running. This will be kind of my shop hauler. Some of the heavier stuff, I think it'll do just fine. I've hauled cars with it. The little 4.0 is just, this thing is an incredible engine. It's always been reliable. It's got like 230,000 miles. I've hauled cars with it. So fix it up and get it roadworthy again and drive it some. If that 4.0 ever gives out, then I'll probably put the 5.0 from the Mustang in it, which it'll have a good pump for it then. So it's already ready for fuel. The swap shouldn't be too hard when that time comes, but here she is. It's alive. And for future reference, a Mustang fuel pump is a direct swap.